Alien 3. When Alien 3 was released for the NES in 1992, expectations were high. Based on the dark, atmospheric film with the same name, the game aimed to capture the tension and intensity of Ripley's fight for survival against a terrifying xenomorph threat. And I should say now, I found Alien series absolutely scaring that I pooped my pants because I was a young child this time. But unlike the film, the NES adaptation ultimately failed to live up to the film's legacy. Why? Because it was made by LJN. The story loosely follows the movie's plot, though with major liberties. In the film, Ripley is stranded on a bleak prison colony where she faces not only hostile inmates, but also a deadly xenomorph stalking the facility. The NES game simplifies the premise, placing players in the role of Ripley as she attempts to rescue captured prisoners from the alien menace. Really? Captured? Does it capture them? Let's be honest, xenomorphs don't capture shit. Xenomorphs kill shit. They don't even eat them. They just hunt them. Honestly, that always baffles me about the xenomorphs. They don't eat them, do they? They don't eat their prisoners. They just eat, well, I've just said prisoners. They just kill them. That's all they seem to do. That you never see them eat these things. Someone's going to come at me and say, well, actually, in episode 122 of the comic, they do eat these things. Well, they might do. I've never seen them. Now, unlike the claustrophobic, tension-driven horror of the film, the game leans heavily into action platforming, focusing more run-and-gun gameplay than on suspense, because that makes complete sense of the film. The core gameplay involves side-scrolling through maze-like levels armed with limited arsenal of weapons. Ripley can run, jump, climb ladders, and shoot her way through swarms of alien creatures while navigating prison corridors and ventilation shafts, because clearly that happened in the film. The primary objective is to rescue prisoners scattered across the stages before a strict timer runs out. If the time expires, the aliens kill the remaining captives, and Ripley automatically fails the mission. What's that got to do with the film? Like, I know you can come at me and say, oh, well, how'd you make a game out of this? You surely can. This makes no sense. Make it make sense, LJN. This constant countdown, though, adds some pressure, but often feels more punishing than thrilling, especially when paired with confusing level layouts. Combat is where the game just seems to fall apart. Ripley has access to weapons like rifles and flamethrowers, but the controls are stiff and imprecise. Hit detection is unreliable, and enemies often absorb more damage than expected, creating a sense of frustration. Contra, this ain't. Aliens leap quickly across the screen, making them difficult to avoid or shoot effectively, and since Ripley moves like an absolute turtle, the encounter usually ends in cheap hits. Instead of fast-paced action, battles just feel unfair. The level design is a frustrating mess. Stages are like labyrinths with repetitive corridors, and platform make it too easy to get lost. And again, we don't have the internet at this point, so you're screwed. Since the prisoner rescue objectives require visiting specific areas and a strict time limit, wandering in circles and searching for the right path becomes aggravating.